Hello and welcome to race number 4 of the SRL League. We're here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here in Nevada for the fourth race, like I said. And these drivers are getting ready to qualify. That's really it. When we go to the warm-up, I forgot what it's called. I don't know, but the little 5-minute session after this, we'll go over some things like who to watch last week, or who to watch from last week, who to watch today, all that kind of stuff. So we'll get through qualifying real quick, and then we'll go into that. Happy hour, that's what it's called. So let's go on board with a random driver here. Let's do the 69 of AJ Green, who is not on the track yet. There he is. Oh, my bad. It switches camera every time I switch to a different camera. I don't know what happened in turn 3, but he's back down pit road. I think we were watching someone else. Michael Kinner, with the first lap of the session, easily got beaten by Sam Barrett the third. They get 2 laps. Now AJ goes out. We're on board with him for this qualifying lap. So as AJ comes to complete lap 1, he's getting pretty tight. Not a good lap 1, but usually the second lap is where you improve. Up to 7th though. As right now Dominic has the pole. Sam right behind him. So we'll see if AJ Green here improves on his lap. Oh, he hits the wall and he goes around, so not an improvement. He will start 10th for right now, but that car is junk. So go through the field here, see if anyone else is on track. Here's the 9 of Adam, who's been very fast just about every race, but hasn't been able to close into a win. Got in a wreck last week at Fontana. About mid-race with the 79 of Barrett. So there he is, not moving right now. He's got 1:30 left on his lap. See if anyone else exists. Who's that? I'm not even sure. There's Glenn Bundren. I'm not really sure what lap he's on, because it doesn't really tell me. It says 1 of 2, but he could be on the second lap. It doesn't really update for qualifying. So we'll see where Glenn places here. And he gets up into 10th, just taking AJ Green's spot. See if the 9 is out yet. Nope. I don't think he's going to qualify because he only has 30 seconds left. Oh, that's Jackson Glenn Austin, this white and pink car. The number 93. 15 seconds to go. I don't think anyone's beating Dominic's lap, so it looks like we have our pole sitter set, and maybe even the rest of the field. As, yeah, no one else should be able to get a lap in for these last 4 seconds. So Dominic will get the pole. We're heading into happy hour. or warm up, whatever you want to call it. Try to see if we can see some drivers here. So Sam in the 25 is not out, but he is last week's winner. Looking to go back to back here, and of course other winners like the 48 of Jaden Porter and Barrett in that 79, also winners this season, looking to get there, looking to be the first two-time winner. But we still got a lot of drivers in here that are desperate for a win. I'm not really sure how the playoffs work. I don't know if it's win and you're in. I'll have to figure that out after this race if I don't forget. But if it is win and you're in, right now 3 spots are locked. So the first race I live streamed was actually here at Las Vegas, a test race for this league. It was one of the first test races. Parker White won that one. Hasn't showed up since. AJ Green in the 69 was the 78. That's not him. He's not on the track. He finished second to Parker White in a photo finish. So maybe he'll be fast up front. Oh, that's kind of a cool car. I wonder if he made that. Yeah, interesting paint schemes here. Of course, there's the Ross Chastain car. Michael Walls. A new guy I haven't seen. That's a... I'm not even sure. Last name... Yeah, last name Chandler. I'm not sure his first name, but he is in a autism awareness car. So good for him. Just looking at the paint schemes now. There's the number 9. Like I said, he's been fast every week. Just hasn't been able to put it together at the end. There's the league owner, Mr. Alexander. As the one is doing burnouts behind him. The 20. I'm not sure who that is either. Last name Thomas. So, pretty sure this is his second race. He raced last week, I remember that. Of course, we got the 21, who has raced every race so far. 24, Jaden Lawson, not on the track. Same for Sam. 29, 31, next car on the track. That's Matt Rucci. I'm just trying to kill time right now. So far, there's the man who has the fastest time. That's Glenn Bundren. Currently in first with Elliott Drumman behind him, but this is just a warm-up. Doesn't really matter too much. There's Webster. His teammate Perez is not here this week, so it's going to be easy to tell them apart now. '71 of Jason. He was pretty fast last week. Not sure where he finished, as we got a minute to go in this warm-up. There's Bar Nickel. Marabello. The 49, he's not out here, but he was disqualified last race. That's Sammy. So let's see if he can keep his act together today. A few other drivers in here. So yeah, there's only really one name I don't recognize, and that is the 04 of Chandler. Haven't seen him. And he actually goes to the top of the board. Okay. Trying to make himself known to me. Also, Dominic, I'm pretty sure this is his first race as well. No. Nah, he was in the 500. At least some 17 car was in the 500. I don't know if this is the same 17 car. So warm-up is over. We are about to go green. Or go to pace laps, but... So as the field starts to grid up, 17 of Dominic is your pole sitter. Hold on. As the field's getting ready to go green. So yeah, I know the 17. He was in the 500, probably in a few other races. As he will lead us during this one pace lap. Sorry about dogs downstairs, if you can hear them. So, we'll get to your starting lineup, just the top 10, or the first 5 rows. On the pole, we have Dominic right beside him, last week's winner, Sam in that 25, looking to go back-to-back. Row number 2 is another winner this season, Barrett in that 79, and then Riley Marabello, whose season could be better. Another winner in row number 3, that's Jaden Porter, right beside him, Glenn Bundren. Row number 4, Aaron Barnickel, and the 24 of Jaden Lawson. And at row number 5, that's Lance Hill, and the 20 of Thomas. Well, actually, no, that's not. I don't know, the starting lineup looks weird because Thomas is not in this lineup. I don't even see the 19 of Kinner. There we go, everything's fixed now. So yeah, the starting lineup was all kind of messed up, but it's fine. It's on the left of the screen. You can see it. So here we go. About to get this one started here at Las Vegas, the gambling state, as some people like to call it. As the field comes to the restart zone, green flag in the air here at Las Vegas. Dominic will lead lap 1, but Barrett is not far behind him, as the field was fanning out 3 and 4 wide behind them. So far their lead is pretty tame, as Barrett has a run all over the back bumper of that 17. We know the 79 is pretty fast. He's been fast week in, week out. Got wrecked by Adam last week, but of course has that win. The Sammy had to do a drive-through. That's why you see him on pit road. As here comes the 79 down low, trying to take that lead away from Dominic. Still side by side, as the field is still fanning out behind them. As Barrett will take the race lead. 100 laps around Las Vegas. And we got our first crash of the day. I'm not sure for who. I gotta go through cycles here. There's Jared, the 46. There's smoke in front of Jared. It's AJ Green in the 69. So let's go back and see what happened to AJ Green. It actually started in front of him with Curtis Kelly. So it looks like Kelly gets a bit loose, overcorrects it into the wall, collects the 20, AJ Green, Jackson Glenn Austin. Oh, Jack Stanley, Micah Walls also involved. In the back, they were kind of in a separate wreck, him and Jack Stanley. Let's go back and see how that started. Oh, Jack Stanley no breaks into the wreck and just kills Micah Walls and Jason. So this quick caution is going to allow that 49 to get back on the lead lap. As no fast repairs. So some of these drivers' days are going to be done. So we'll look back up front. I don't know who will be pitting. Probably no one except for the wrecked cars. There's Jack Stanley, who has a lot of damage. Same for the one of Micah Walls. Curtis Kelly is out of this one. Jackson Glenn Austin down pit road. He was also a part of that wreck. Harrison Chandler is that guy's name, by the way. So yeah, this one car is pretty banged up on pit road. Definitely a lot to fix there. How about the 93? Not too much. The 71. Still on the track. The 95, I think, is pretty much done for the day. A lot of damage to that 95 machine. Curtis Kelly, like we said, is out. AJ Green is also out. But lucky break for the 49 of Sammy. He will get the lucky dog. With the double numbers on that car. See, that's one thing I hate. I have like a camera changing station over there. Whenever I change it to a different camera angle, it just goes to a completely random driver, as you see. See, gonna be on Barrett right here, and random driver, Sam. That's the one thing I hate about it. So if you see that happen, that's why. But I think it's still a unique touch. As remember, the choose cone will play a factor in this race. We saw two drivers last week get penalized by it. The 25 of Sam early in the race, and then on the final restart, the 52 of Riley Marabella with the lead gets a choose cone violation. Had to be sent to the back. So we'll see as they come to the choose cone next time by. Just all you got to do is not be in the middle of the racetrack when you touch the start-finish line. That's all you have to do. But it still has caught some drivers off guard. People in the back, people mid-pack, they might get away with it a few times, but of course the leaders are being watched more than those guys. So if you're a leader, if you're one of these like top 5, top 10 leaders, just pick a lane, stick with it, don't get penalized. But if you're someone in the back, you might be able to be like a little cheeky and get away with it. As we'll see as they come to the choose cone, Barrett's going to choose low, and Dominic's going to choose high. See everyone else lining up behind. A lot of people on that outside lane. Now the inside lane's coming. I don't know who that is right there. That's the 45. I don't have a 45 on my monitor, so I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. It's all right. We'll figure him out later. We could actually just look at the thing over there, because of course the leaderboard's using the iRacing numbers, not the Trading Paints Pro numbers. As who knows, maybe it wasn't even the 45. As if I can find the 79 here of Barrett, he will lead us back to green. Turn 4 has been a trouble spot, even in that, even in the test race. Cars have been getting really loose out of it, so just be careful out of that corner. As they come back to the Geigo restart zone, Barrett will lead us back to the green. Big shove by Sam, and now a big stack up behind him. Let's look at the 19 of Kenner all the way down on the apron. Same for Drumman in that 94. I really want to know who that 45 is, because he actually has a pretty nice paint scheme, but it's all right. He's back up to the lead. It's still Barrett with Sam behind him. 2 previous winners this season. Looking to become the first 2-time winner this season. One of these drivers will, and Jaden Porter not too far behind. Currently in a battle back here with Glenn Bundren. I think Bundren will get the run on that outside. He will. Now Lance Hill, he might be able to get to his outside. And he will. Porter not going to block early. As up front, Sam has taken the lead from Barrett. And Dominic now underneath Barrett. In that 17. Side by side for second. Sam's going to run the outside, give the 79 a bit of draft. As we have completed 10 laps in this event. Still side by side for a second, but I think Barrett's going to get the run off the corner. He will. So, new leader early in this one. It is Sam in that 25, looking to go back to back. As right now, these two drivers up front, of course, the past 2 weeks they have won. Barrett at Phoenix, Sam at Fontana. One of these drivers trying to go 2 for 3. And on the West Coast swing. And right now it's looking promising for both of them. But we could see some other players in this one, like the 17 of Dominic, pole sitter. There's the 38 of Lance Hill, who's having a nice run in fourth. Glenn Bundren behind them. Maybe Jaden Porter. Even though he has a win, he could sneak this one out. Oh, that's a Jonathan Baker in the 45. He was the 36. I don't really know. Getting pushed by another Jonathan behind him in that 21. That's 3 wide now. Back here. Oh, Forrester slides up the track. Almost gets into bar nickel. Close call there. As back up front, Dominic on that outside, the preferred lane. Usually around here. He's trying to pass Barrett. Little help from Lance Hill. As, one car smoking on the apron back there. I'm not sure who it is. I think it might have been the 77. Yes, it is. His second race. He raced Fontana last week. Got into a wreck. Was pretty much stuck a lap down the whole race. Now back here again with most of these wrecked cars. Back up front, Barrett's going to lose another position to Lance Hill, as Hill might have hit the wall just a tad bit there, but he's still going to overtake Barrett, as now Hill trying to look underneath Dominic. Dominic trying to just run a different line from Sam, trying to get a run, but it did not work there. Lance Hill backs out. As Dominic, the only one on that outside, trying to get a run off this corner to catch Sam. It's right now not working, as you see Lance Hill underneath him. Seth in the back. That wasn't Seth, it's the, I don't even know who that was. I thought it was Seth, but some car went on the apron back there. As you see, Dominic falls back to a third almost, that outside lane. just has not come in yet, as now he falls back to 4th. Lance Hill up into 2nd, looking to have another decent run. Not sure where he finished at Fontana. I think the green car actually might have been Jason in the 71. That's the only green car I can see, green and black. So I don't know what he was doing all the way on the apron. He was involved in that first wreck, along with all these other cars around him. As we got another caution crash up front. We'll see who it is. It's the 45. Oh, Jonathan Parker, Jonathan Baker. And another car there. Jonathan Parker in the 21. That's the 91. Oh, spinning up the track and collecting another car is the 91 of Cody Webster. I think he might have collected the 95. Nope, he collected somebody, though. And you know they're not going to be happy about that. So let's go back and see what happened. Okay. So there we go. Jonathan Parker underneath Jonathan Baker. Baker gets loose and gets into Parker, up into Adam. And then there's Webster getting involved by the 77. Or gets into the 77. I wonder who Webster hits after all of this is done, though. Let's see. Red card coming up here. That's Jared Wilson. Just a ton of damage. I don't know what happened there to the 91. So we'll go back and see that again. Different view. As you see, the 45 gets loose down into the 21, up into Adam. Cody Webster also involved. The 77 involved just a tad bit there. I think Jackson Glenn Austin, he either was really close or got involved. And then here comes Jared Wilson in the 83, just putt-putting around. Yeah, the 91 tries to get on the gas and spins his car out right in front of Jared. So another caution here on lap 19 or 20. Only our second one, so that's good. We're not having a wreck fest. As it's still Sam out front in the race lead. Lance Hill second. Barrett third. Dominic fourth. Glenn fifth. As it looks like the 18 back there, the first one out of pit road. That's Aaron Brown. I could be wrong. I don't know who all pitted, as there's still actually a lot of cars on pit road. We'll see who DNFs from that. Matthew Stotts is in this race. I didn't even know he was, but he's on pit road. Jack Stanley is 14 laps down. Actually telling me how many laps down they are on this little camera thing here as they come to the choose cone. Not this time, maybe next time, as both Jonathan's out and away. Ton of damage to that 21. 45 also has damage, but not as bad as the cone, was just in the middle of the racetrack right there. So Matthew Stott's down here. I wonder if he lagged out before he got into this thing, because I haven't seen him. I remember seeing the 14 car in practice as Cody Webster. He's out. But I haven't seen him at all this race. So I wonder if he might have lagged out before the race started or something, as he's been down pit road for a little while now. Yeah, he's 16 laps down, so I don't know what happened to him. Here, I'll actually go back and see real quick. Oh, he got into AJ Green. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. So as we come to the choose cone, 25 will lead us. Let's see what lane he chooses. Inside, hill, outside. Guess everyone else behind is fanning out. Yes. So we had 32 cars to start this event. We have about 25 on the lead lap, as Adam will retire, and 4 DNFs. So Adam, who was very fast at Phoenix and Daytona, has DNF'd the past 2 races now in that 9. As we are about to go back green here. Aaron Brown coming out quick. So Sam on the inside, Lance on the outside. As nighttime is upon us. It probably is already on us, but sun is still up. Probably a nice sunset right now, if you look at the back of the grandstands. Green flag back in the air here at Las Vegas. The outside lane does not get a good jump. Now we always talk about it. How the guy who starts second usually doesn't get the best of restarts. And that just showed it right there, but that was like a really big checkup. He fell back to 5th. So yeah, being second, unless it's probably at a plate track, or if you're Barrett at Phoenix, is not really the way to go. And you see, that really messed up Dominic in that 17 back there. As now he's way back there. It's Colin Forster under, ooh, Barnickel. That's 66. I think he almost just got turned as he's in the wall. Who was that? Kinner? I think Kinner might have almost turned him. Back up front, the 25 has a nice few car length lead over Barrett. And then Glenn Bundren spins with Lance Hill too. Hill is going to save it. Glenn Bundren is also going to save it. Wow. How did these two not wreck? Let's go back and look at. That was crazy. Let's go back and look at that. So I'm not sure. Out of turn number 4, these two battling for 4th. Yep. And Hill just gives Bundren a push, and what a save by that 37. And then in front of him, Lance also saves it. What a save by both of those drivers. But it's going to cost both of them a lot of time here. I see the 20 way down low of Thomas. Don't know what happened to him. Back up front to the 25. Still about 2-3 car length lead over the 79. As we got some new players up here. Colin Forster in that 99, and the 31 of Matt Rucci also behind. Michael Kinner, Riley Marabello also making their way through the field. I'm not sure, but I wonder if they have new tires, because Kinner has been very fast this run. A side-by-side in front of him. Matt Rucci looking for 3rd on Forrester, and he's going to dive it into the corner, trying to clear himself, but he's not going to be clear. As Forrester almost hits the wall, but he's still to the outside. Where will these two behind him go? As you see Marabello trying to look underneath Kinner. Could not get down there. As Matt Rucci will clear Forrester. Here comes Kinner. Forrester's gonna put a block on Kinner. Has 3 wide now for that 4th spot. Kenner outside, Riley inside, and they're just both going to pick off Colin Forrester. So Forrester falls back to 6th. Aaron Brown in the 18. Remember, he was pitted with 1 to go till green, and now he's up here in the top 10, currently 8th, and trying to pass Jaden Porter. As there you see the 45, also Jonathan Baker, who caused that last strike, but I guess didn't sustain a lot of damage. As there you see Matt Rucci in the 31. He's going for 2nd now. Back here, big battle. Riley almost wrecking Kinner there. A few battles going on at once. Go back up here, the 2nd. As I know the top 2 have not pitted. Or well, now the top 1 and Barrett. So Matt Rucci might just be picking him off here. As look at Aaron Brown and Jonathan Baker. They are slicing their way through the field right now, faster than the 19 and 52. They're both into the top 5, I'm pretty sure, or just outside of it. Yeah, Brown's in 4th, and Baker's about to get into the top 5. As there you go, side by side for the lead. Matt Rucci underneath Sam. A little bit of side draft. Ooh, Aaron Brown with a huge run behind them. As look at this, I guess you can call them the Bush brothers, but they're making their way through the fields right now. As where's Aaron Brown gonna go? He's gonna look 3 wide top, 3 wide for the race lead. Matt Rucci's gonna take it. Aaron Brown way up the racetrack, but he's got those fresh tires. He was going to look around Matt Rucci. Ooh, a little bit loose there. Now 3 wide for the lead again. Here comes Jonathan Baker on the inside, trying to take the lead away. Old tires versus fresh tires. And it's going to be Jonathan Baker out front. Oh, Sam almost collected Jason there. As Jason, he was just in the back on the apron a few laps ago. Now he's in 4th. And you see those old tires for the 25 and 79 are not going too well. They'll have a extra fresh set at the end of this race, but man, it's really hurting them now. As they've both fallen out of the top 5 and holding up Michael Kinner. Big push to Barrett. As we will go back up front. If I can remember who's in the lead, it's 36. Numbers are throwing me off. Looks like Aaron Brown might have taken the lead though. Yes, he did. So Aaron Brown out front. Not sure where Jack Stanley just went, but I swear I saw him spinning. Maybe not. He's having some internet issues, as you see. He's also about to crack into the top 10, actually, on Colin Forrester. And he will. Actually, never mind. He's 14 laps down. My bad. Back up front. 3 drivers with fresh tires. There's a car coming out of pit road. That's the 77. He's many laps down. Aaron Brown, Jonathan Baker, and Jason all with fresh tires and now up front. Then Matt Rucci holds 4th. Riley Marabello back there in 5th. So you see they're passing the 77, who is a bit off pace. He's been in a few wrecks. How many laps down is he? 16. As he's all over the backbone for Matt Rucci. As Riley's going to catch up to him. We'll see if he lets them by. As we know the 25 and... yeah, the 25-79 have not pitted yet today. I wonder when they will have to come down pit road. As we're about to come to lap 39. And I know the fuel run ends somewhere there, so we'll just see what happens. As Barrett, he did lose a bit of positions, but right now he's holding his own in 6th. Sam back here, though, is right now running 9th. The 95 is not on the lead lap. Also having internet issues. Elliott Drumman, the last car on in the top 10. If I can find the 94 here. There he is. And he's got a big cap over Colin Forrester. Let's check in with Glenn Bundren. Still way back here. How about Lance Hill? Also in the back. It's going to be hard for them to make up those positions back. As you see, side by side behind. Jason's trying to take second away as we have a caution. It's the 31 of Matt Rucci into the wall. Oh, he was having a great run too. I hope he doesn't have a concussion. Slides against the turn 2 wall. A lot of damage to that front bumper. Oh, and that tire is junked. Oh, no. Seth gets into him. And now his tire is junk, so both of them will DNF. Let's take a look at what happened to Matt Rucci here, who was having a great run. Oh, not what you want to see. 3 wide with a lap car, the 77, and then Riley Marabello down low. Looks like just comes up into the 77. And then just rides the outside wall all the way through 1 and 2. And then he slides down the track. I guess the 46 of Seth doesn't see him sliding down the racetrack, because he comes barreling in here and demolishes the 31 even more. I see all the tires on that 31 are broken, so he will be done for the day. Well, this is a big break for the 25 and 79. As Aaron Brown out first. He might have only taken like 2 tires, maybe fuel only, because he is way out front. The 45 Baker comes out second, as everyone will be down pit road this time by. No one stayed out. The 77 is many laps down. So Brown, Baker, Jason, I think Marabello. Yep, Barrett, Kinner, Porter, Sam, and then the rest of your top 10s on the left. So probably coming to 2 to go till green this time. So now that everyone's on pretty much even tires, we'll see if the 79 and 25 make their way back through the field, as they seem to be the fastest cars today. We'll see what happens now that they have traffic in front of them. So Aaron Brown has not been up front at all this season. Looks like a good pit call. Fresh tires allowed him to get up front, and now he gets to decide when to go or not. Just don't speed, don't jump the restart, and don't get a commitment code violation. That's all you gotta do. 3 things. It's that simple, right? That's Matt Rucci. He is out. Pretty sure the 46 will join him. As we'll see what lanes they choose. Leader is going to choose the bottom like usual. 45 up top. So far, no one has chosen that outside lane on one of these restarts. So close to halfway, only 3 to 4 cautions. That's not bad after the recent races we've had. Hopefully they can keep it clean and we can have more green flag runs. Alright, so as they come out of turn number 4, coming to the green, how about we do a little crank it up as these cars roll through the gears on this restart. Caution is out as they wreck behind. They try to wreck a few times under that crank it up. But I saw the final blow back there. I'm not sure who it was. I saw a red car. It wasn't this red car. Well, we'll go back and try to find it. I'll try to find it. As on that restart, we saw Jonathan Baker almost wreck, hit the wall a few times. So yeah, that happened. Also, Aaron Brown fell back a lot, too. I don't know how they both fell back so much. But here's the wreck. It involves your pole sitter, Dominic. Aaron Brown comes down into him. They both spin around. And surprisingly, no one else involved. As, ooh, that 17 does not look too great. So we'll go back and look at that one more time. Different camera angle. A little bit of slow-mo action too, as you see the 18 which kind of comes off the wall. 17 also kind of comes up, and then they just collide. And around Dominic goes. Good job by all these drivers. Jack Stanley, the 20 of Thomas. Alexander in the 09, I think the 71 of Jason, to avoid this incident. We'll go back green here shortly. You know, how about let's go see what happened to the while they're under caution. I don't have noise again. Oh, I'm still in 2 times speed. My bad. Let's go back and see what happened to the 45 and 18. Why they were so far back on the track. Just give me 1 second here. Well, I know why the 45 was far back, but... Alright, so here we go. The restart. And I think it's just the case of the outside lane not going. And it is exactly that. I see Kinner making a big move on the 71. Sorry we didn't see all this. We were going to crank it up. But on the 45, he's not fast. I don't know what happened. Maybe he missed the gear. But yeah, he goes up here into the wall a few times, trying to not wreck the field, just trying to wreck himself. Good job by doing that. And now up here with the 18, he is also very slow. You know, it's probably because they didn't take tires. I see Sam almost turns the 19 there. Yeah, that's probably the reason, is because the 18 and 45 did not take tires. That's probably why they were so slow, but that 45 looked extra slow. Like he missed a gear. As of the 18 loses a bunch of positions here. We'll just go see if anything happened to him. Now if it looks like everyone just trying to pass him. So that's what happened to the two front runners. As the leader is Barrett in that 79 again. Back out to the lead. Michael Kinner in second. Sam third. Elliott fourth. Colin fifth. As we should be coming to the choose cone this time by, and it will also be the halfway point of this race. So don't go too crazy yet. We still got a lot of time and at least 1 to 2 more pit stops. Well, 1 pit stop if it goes green, but I don't know how many tire sets these guys have left. So here we go, coming to the choose cone. Probably just going to be the same. Leader taking the inside. Yes, he will. And Kinner's also going to take the inside. He does not want to start second. Elliott Drumman, the first one up top. 25, I think he might have hit the choose cone again. Just like last week. So a penalty for the 25 of Sam. I guess he's just got to get better at that. Just make sure we're up to date. Yep. So we saw the 25 win after a commitment cone violation last week, but that was also pretty early in the event. We're halfway now, and we'll see. He does have a fast race car. But he is back here with all the wrecked cars. So, see how fast he can get around them. So now it's Barrett up front, Elliott Drumman on that outside. The outside lane has not been getting good restarts. As Kinner in that 19, a smart move probably. Going down low, he can easily get up the second. Unless Elliott just times this perfectly. To not pass the 79, but also stay side by side with him. Coming back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Big shot from Kinner to Barrett. And that's going to allow Barrett to get way out into the lead. Car's fading out. I think Lance Hill might have hit the wall back there. Not too sure, though. As Jackson Glenn Austin and Colin Forster, they're side by side back here for that 4th position. Jackson Glenn Austin, he was involved in that one of the wrecks. He was either the first or second one. Now up here battling in the top 5, trying to take 4th. Slides up a little bit, slides up even more. I think Colin Forster is going to keep that position. As the top 2 have pretty much pulled away. There goes Lance Hill around with Jaden Lawson. Hard into the inside wall they both go. Back up into the traffic. Kind of stumbled on my words there, my bad. Luckily, it's just these two. So we'll go back and see what happened. So here we go. Lance Hill to the outside of Jaden Lawson. 3 wide. Oh, Chandler hits the wall and comes down into Lance Hill. Hard hit for both of these drivers. All that inside wall. And all these other drivers miss. Good job to them. So we'll watch this from a different view. I see the 04 car. Comes down into Lance Hill. Real speed. Big hit by Lance Hill. And Jaden Lawson. As Lance Hill, his day is done. His tires all over the place, flopping around. The left front. So his day will be done. Jaden Lawson, most of his impact was to the rear. Which in real life, that's not a good thing, but in iRacing, it might keep you in this race. So, we'll see. Maybe not fast, but you won't be DNF like Lance Hill. .46 laps to go. Hopefully this doesn't become a wreck fest as Sam and Riley down pit road. Interesting strategy by both of them. Maybe just topping off on fuel for right now. Maybe taking tires too. We know the 25 and 79. I know for sure they had an extra set. So we'll see if it gets used or not. So Kenner's back in second. We'll see what lane he chooses this time. As they are probably coming to the choose cone this time by. I'm not entirely sure. Could be this time, could be 2 to go. As Colin Forrester, he is out of the race. Don't remember what happened to him. Look at the choose cone real quick and then see what happened to him. As let's see if they start doubling up. No, they will not. So choose cone next time by. Let's go back and see what happened to Colin Forrester because I cannot remember. He just lagged out. Okay. Well, that's that then. So we have yet to have green flag pit stops in this league. Maybe it will come now. Who knows? Maybe they can make it on fuel. I'm not sure. I doubt we'll make it all the way green, though. That's too much to ask. So coming to the choose cone. Pretty sure I see what's happening here. Inside. Let's see behind them. Elliott back up high. Where's the rest of the field? There they are. So Seth in that 49, who was disqualified last week for a reckless driving and had to serve a drive-through penalty today, has found his way up into 4th now. Probably not the best of spots to be. Is that a Texas A&M logo? Interesting. As you see, a lot of damaged race cars in the back. You see that red and yellow 17 back there? Pretty much him on back they all have damage. I don't know if the 09 has damage or not. The 20 I know has damage, same for the 45 and the 24. A lot of cars back there with damage. But as we enter, coming out of turn number 4, these drivers ready to restart again. We'll see if Kinner gives Barrett a big push here. Geico restart zone, green flag in the air. Elliott, Drumman with a great restart on that outside. That's what I mean about timing it perfectly, as he will take second away from Kinner. Barrett backs up the corner a lot there. Kinner underneath him for second now. As Jackson Glenn Austin, he's in fourth with a huge run. Well, where he go? He will go down low with Kinner. Jaden Porter trying to get into that top 5, trying to pass Seth in the 49. Michael Walls behind both of them. He was involved in that first crash and has battled back into 7th and just outside the top 5. There's Glenn Bundren too, who had that earlier save. Oh, Jackson Glenn Austin, what a save. Speaking of saves, got into Elliott Drumman there. Oh, squeezes Glenn Bundren up high. That could have been close there. I don't think he realized they were 3 wide. We'll go back and take a look at that real quick. Yeah, him and Elliott just side by side, battling for 3rd. He slides up into Elliott. And what a save. As that's happening, Kinner's making a move on Barrett for the race lead. I don't know if he took it. Nope, they're still side by side battling. Also battle for 3rd. That's Elliott and Sammy. A side by side for the lead. Michael Kinner trying to take this one away. As we come to 40 laps to go. Elliott Drumman will keep 3rd. Michael Walls underneath for 4th. But now he's going to get probably picked off by Jaden Porter here. Still side by side for the race lead. Kenner trying to get around. I see a dark blue white car back there of Sam making his way through the field. He pitted under that caution. Look at him, 3 wide with Barnickel and Walls. Side by side in front of him. What will he do here? He's going to push Sammy, it looks like, as Barrett will hold on to the race lead. Maybe looking in the middle. Sammy's going to try to block it. He closes the door. Ooh, gets Sam a bit loose there. And now Sam's going to look high, back behind Sammy, just trying to look for a way around these slower cars. I don't think he took tires. He's just this fast. As Sammy and Porter, they're side by side for 4th. That's where will Sam go? As Sammy, he is going to clear for that position now on Jaden Porter. Now here comes Micah underneath Sam. Now Sam pushing Jaden Porter now on the apron, trying to pass him for that top 5 spot. As up front, Kinner and Barrett side by side for the lead again. Barrett's going to take it. Kinner with a crossover. Here he comes underneath. Kinner is just trying to take this lead away. He's going to send it into the corner. Going to slide up in front of Barrett. And finally, Michael Kinner to the race lead here with 36 laps to go. No, but it might be short-lived. Here comes Barrett back on the inside. Jaden Porter looking for his top 5 spot back there. Trying to take it back on Sam. So far, no luck. Sam will get that run off the outside. And now might make a move on Sammy here. Here he comes back there. 25. Sammy's going to close the door. I don't think Sam liked that a lot. Bunch of drivers named Sam out here. As Barrett still underneath for the race lead. Elliott Drumman just waiting in 3rd. And now here comes Sammy with a big dive underneath Drumman. Trying to take that third spot away, as Barrett will take back the race lead. As Drumman will keep that second spot. Oh, Sammy shoving Sam up the racetrack. Trying to hold on to fourth now. As it's going to be short-lived. That's the 25 looking underneath Elliott now. He's going to slide up the racetrack. Elliott's going to get that run off the corner. As Jaden Porter on the outside of Sammy for that top 5 spot. As back up front, the lead is back underway. Here comes Michael Kinner, and he will take back the race lead on Barrett. 25 into the wall, I'm pretty sure. Yep, off pace now. He's going to lose a few positions. Oh, almost comes up into Sammy. As side by side for the race lead still. Kinner trying to pass Barrett. Now, what will that 25 do now that he has a bit of damage to his race car? That's 3 wide. Here comes Baker. Sammy doesn't realize it. Almost causes a collision there. But Baker's going to pass Barnickel. Oh, Sam up into Micah Walls. And now Glenn Bundren 3 wide with Jackson Glenn Austin. Barnickel in that 6-6 falling back, bit of contact, and now into the wall. They turn Sammy. Michael Walls around 2. Jonathan Parker involved. Barnickel is there. Jackson Glenn Austin hard into the inside wall. Glenn Bundren is there as well. I saw the 66 of Barnickel fading back and just a stack up behind him. They all go around. And it involves one of our fast cars today and last week's winner, Sam, in that 25. We'll go back and see what happened. See if I can find the 66 here. I took out some pretty decent names. I see the 66 just falling back here. They're already 3 wide behind him. And Michael Walsh just gets into the back of the 66, turns him around, turns Sammy. Parker nowhere to go in that 21. And we'll watch the 93 and 37 here. Nowhere to go for both of them either. Big hits into that inside wall. So yeah, Michael Wallace just gets into the back of the 66 as the 66 is falling back. Round he goes. Walls down into Sam. Glenn Bundren down into Glenn Austin. They both take a pretty big hit into that inside wall. Look at the 71 missing that wreck. The 21 not so lucky. It's a huge hit for Jackson Glenn Austin and Glenn Bundren. .30 laps to go, and the big one, our biggest wreck yet, has struck. As it looks like some cars either took 2 tires or might have stayed out. Jonathan Baker, Alexander Schumacher, and Dominic in that 17. Which Dominic, we know he's been in a wreck. Same for that 45. Don't really know where the 09 has been. But I'm pretty sure they stayed out. Which that just might cause more chaos. As the choose cone will be held next time by. So no one out from that wreck yet. Colin Forster, last one out. 23 cars still left in this one. A few of them mini laps down. So this is going to get interesting with these three drivers up front, because we know they either stayed out or took 2 tires, maybe just fuel only. So we'll see what happens behind them with Barrett, Drumman, Kinner, all of them trying to get through the pack. As we're coming to the choose cone, it's Jonathan Baker leading this one. As he will choose the inside. Alexander will choose the outside. 17 will choose the inside. Barrett on the outside. Interesting. Same for Kinner. I don't know how much I trust the outside lane with a car that's on old tires. And we know the outside lane doesn't usually get going on these restarts. You have to time it perfect like Elliott Drumman did last restart. There's a lot of wrecked race cars in this race, but still a lot of clean race cars as well. As we know, the 79, 19, 09, 94, 48, 49, they all haven't had issues. And then many more after that. But then you have cars like the 17, the 45, the 24, 20, 18, 1. They all have been in wrecks. So here we go. This is going to get interesting, and this could cause a nuclear bomb to go off. We'll just see what happens. As the pace car peels left down pit road, back into the Geico restart zone, green flag back in the air. And a great restart by Alexander Schumacher. Not so much for Barrett in that 79. As Kinner's to his outside quick. I mean, this could be for the win right here. As the Drumman will take it. Ooh, Porter slides up the racetrack. Almost into the 79. Kinner and the 79 into the wall. Right now, Baker holding strong. As Schumacher's going to fall back a little bit here. 3 wide. Seth in the middle. Porter inside. Schumacher outside. So what these cars, what the 09 and the 17, 45, they're hoping for another caution so they can come back down pit road. I see 17 almost gets turned by Barrett there. Seth will take advantage to the outside. There's Drumman going for the race lead, blocking Kinner all the way down low. Kinner's going to say, I'm going to the middle. Here he comes. But it's not going to be enough. Elliott Drumman to the race lead. 17's going way up the racetrack. Back behind. Look at the 20. He was involved in a few wrecks earlier, now into this top 10. That's Thomas. Don't know his first name. I'll try to figure that out. DJ Thomas. There it is. Oh, Brown is getting turned by Bundren. He saves it. Oh, still trying to save it. And he will. Good job by him. As Bundren still trying to look for a way around. But Brown is not letting him go as the 37 very loose. On that apron. I can't remember who's up in the lead. It's the 94. It's actually Kinner now. Look at Sammy in that 49. Back here. Like we said, the 45, the 09, the 17, they're hoping for another caution so they can maybe come back down and take tires. And have an advantage on all these cars, especially when we're 4 laps in. So they're hoping for a caution here, maybe in the next 3 laps. Back up front. It's Michael Kinner leading. That really messed up that 79. As 20 of DJ Thomas, he is making his way through the field right now, up into 4th. Of course, has pink on his car. It is October. Breast cancer awareness. As he has a rocket ship right now. I don't know what they souped up in that 20 car, but it's just come to life all of a sudden. Now, whoever pitted there should be able to make it on fuel and tires, so we'll just see what happens there. The side-by-side for third. Barrett's going to go down and push. Oh, his Baker's on the apron back there. The 20 of DJ Thomas. He's trying to get around Elliott Drumman right now. Side-by-side, almost a bit of contact there. As Barrett, he was really the unlucky one out of this pack. I think he might have scraped the wall a little bit. And right now, oh, Drumman very loose in front of him. That's going to allow DJ Thomas to take that position. As now Barrett's to the outside of Elliott. Uh-oh. I see him again. It's Sam in that 25. Coming back from the dead. We'll see how fast that car is with all this damage now. Right now it's Michael Kinner out front, but Sammy not too far behind. And then DJ Thomas, who has just come to life out of nowhere with 20 laps to go. He's looking to a challenge for their lead, maybe. But we know Sammy in that 49, he likes to block. But it's not going to be enough here. DJ might be able to get underneath him. He's going to put a big block on DJ. Playing defense right now more than offense. I see up high, he's blocking him all the way to the wall. Elliott Drumman looking to maybe try to find a lane up high. He's going to cross over DJ, trying to look for that third spot back. As Marabello underneath Porter back there. Thomas is going to lose third. Elliott Drumman now underneath for second. As Sammy, we could call him the Ryan Newman of this series because he's just been blocking and holding up everybody. Kinner has a 0.3 second lead, almost 0.4. As Drumman will clear Sammy for that second spot, and we have a caution on the racetrack. Don't know who for. We'll look around here. We'll see if Jared passes anyone who's slow. And this is going to be big for those cars who stayed out unless they were part of the wreck. I'll go try to find it real quick. Let's go see. Ah, I found it. So, last place. Literally the last two cars on the track. Aaron Brown, Jared Wilson. Last two drivers on the track. Brown gets loose. Almost collects Jared Wilson, so Wilson actually did nothing. But, okay. Quick caution here. As we'll see if everyone comes down pit road. I'm pretty sure we'll see people come down pit road. It just matters if they have tires or not. As yes, yeah, you see, the 71 is going to stay out. So we'll see who gets out of pit road first. Watch from this camera angle. See, everyone in. Michael Kinner, of course, led them down. Who is that? Oh, he's coming into his pit box. That's the 17. So yeah, it looks like everyone still had tire sets left, so all those cars who stayed out there just did not work. And Kinner will be the first one out. Drumman second. Seth Porter, either DJ or the 25. As Barrett, a slow pit stop for that 79 crew. So I saw a few cars stay out. Riley Marabello. Jason, Harrison Chandler. And that's it. So 3 cars staying out again. 3 different cars this time. So this is going to get interesting. And we will be restarting around, I think, 13 laps to go. Coming to 15 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Things are going to get crazy. So yeah, choose cone not this time. Choose cone will be next time. Top 3 drivers staying out, just like we saw last caution. So Riley Marabello, his season has just been nothing but bad luck. We saw last week at Fontana, had the lead, probably had the win in the bag. Well, I wouldn't say that, but could compete for the win and was one of the fastest cars, and then hit the commitment cone on the final restart with 2 laps to go. It was sent all the way to the rear. And now an interesting strategy here at Las Vegas. Still a lot of time left, but if we can get a quick caution, maybe he come down pit road, take some tires, and then repass all these guys. Jason in that 71. Really all I can talk about, I remember him being fast at Daytona, maybe Phoenix. Don't know if he raced last week, though. And then Harrison Chandler in the 04. I'm pretty sure this is his first race because I haven't talked about him. I haven't seen him. But he's doing good right now with this pit strategy. Did cause a crash earlier. But we'll see what he does now. As here they come to the choose cone. Riley's going to take the top. Interesting. The first time the leader will take the outside lane. So now the inside lane will probably get a bad restart here with Jason in that 71. So out of the 32 drivers who started this event, we only have about 23 left still, so no one out since Colin Forrester. But of course we got some drivers who are many laps down and some drivers who are off pace with damage. So things are about to get wild, coming to 13 laps to go. Don't think we will be able to go green all the way, as someone's definitely probably going to get wrecked trying to pass these slower cars. But let's just see what happens. So if we shockingly go green all the way, this is the money restart right here. The top 4 have not won this season. Then you have your 500 winner in that 48. In 5th right now, green flag back in the air, the 71 with a bad restart. Like we said, Kinner trying to get below him, but he's going to block Kinner, and he spins Jason around. Up into Micah. Micah with damage. No caution for that. That's going to slow down Kinner a lot. Oh, Seth very loose in that 49. As here comes Elliott Drumman underneath Chandler, or Harrison Chandler. As Marabello, he's pulling away a little bit with that lead. Michael Kinner did not like that block by Jason and just said, "You're done, get out of here." Turned him right across the start-finish line. As they're side by side for second, this is going to help Riley pull away. Ooh, Kinner way down low, trying to go 3 wide. Almost got into the back of Elliott there. As look at Seth forcing it 3 wide in the middle. Crazy man. As this is the biggest the lead has been all race. Almost a second. But now Kinner's getting up to that second spot. Ooh, sliding up into Drumman. Coming to 11 laps to go. As one car is around in the back, I couldn't tell who that was. Is that going to bring out the caution? They spun down to the inside. I'll try to figure it out. Don't think I will. Oh, it's the 20 of DJ Thomas. I'll go back and quickly see what happened to him. So here he is. Aaron Brown behind him. And yep, Brown just gets into the back of him. Around they go. Nice save by DJ Thomas, but his good run comes to an end. Unless we get a caution. 10 laps to go. It's Riley Marabello with the race lead, by Elliott Drumman all over his back bumper. Oh, Sam and Kinner very loose on that inside lane. Porter into the back of Sam back there. Porter's going to go around and collect Sam to the inside. Jaden Lawson also involved, and that's going to bring out the caution. So Porter got into the back of the 25 after getting the 25 got loose. We'll go all the way back to the restart though and watch the 71 of Jason getting wrecked. Go back a few laps here. As you see, just coming to the restart here. Jason, of course, doesn't get a good restart starting from second, but he's going to block Kinner all the way to the apron, and Kinner just dumps him. And then they collect Micah Walls and the 95. And we'll go back and see what just happened to the 25 real quick. There we go. Entering 3 and 4, or 1 and 2. I see Kinner gets loose, but also Sam. They both get on that apron, and that's what caused them to get loose. And then Porter gets into the back of the 25. Then Porter gets a shove by Baker, and around they go. So Sam, his day has just gone from bad to worse to I don't even know what you say after that. To horrible, I guess. Just nothing but bad luck for this 25 in the second half of the race. As he's been caught in 3 different wrecks now. Or 2 to the 3. Riley Marabello. I don't think he expected to keep the lead. But he is on old tires, so let's see if he can hold off. He will have the lead. He will be able to get that jump on the restart. We'll just see what happens. As I think we'll be restarting with 5 laps to go. Even though we've had a few cautions in the second half, it's still not been as bad as a wreckfest like Phoenix and Fontana were. We have had multiple green flag runs, which is pretty nice. And we're actually having different tire strategies too. So that's also pretty nice. Don't think the choose cone will be this time, it'll be next time by. So guys, we could talk about some of these drivers real quick. Like we said last restart, or like I said last restart, Riley Marabello, not the season he's been wanting. Right now leading late in this one on old tires, and we'll see what happens. DJ Thompson is out of this one, save for Aaron Brown. So that's 2 more on the list. Elliott Drumman. He's been decently quick these past few races, but now in good condition. Now in a great condition to win this one. I think he might have finished second last week. I'm not for sure. I know someone finished second. Well, of course someone finished second, but I'm pretty sure it was Elliott. I know he got a top 5 at Phoenix, though. I think. Right behind him, Michael Kinner. It's not really been the season he's been wanting either. Pretty sure he was multiple laps down last week. Right now running 3rd and has a chance to win. Probably your dominant car today, or your second fastest car, Barrett, in that 79. He's just been kind of held back by slower cars and traffic. But right now, sitting in 4th. So we'll see if he can make his way through the field and get back up there. The 49 of Sammy. He has been crazy today, and I'm surprised he's not wrecked yet. Rounds out your top 5. We got the 2 Jonathans behind him. I'm surprised the 21 is even alive. He's been in 2 wrecks and is running 7th. And then, of course, Jonathan Baker also there. As up front, they just chose lanes, so Riley Marabello will choose the inside. Honestly, they might have just handed Barrett the win. If Elliott Drumman does not get a good restart here, Barrett can easily get around the 52. But we'll just see. Rounding out your top 10, Harrison Chandler on old tires. Then you have Jaden Lawson, who was just involved in that wreck, and Alexander Schumacher, who's also on old tires. So, of course, your podium will get an interview after this race, so be on the lookout for that. As we're coming to 5 laps to go, let's see if Riley Marabello can hold off these faster cars. So Elliott Drumman's going to have a restart like he did a few restarts ago and stick to the outside of that 52. We'll see if he can do it. But that 52 is the control car. Coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air, and Elliott does not get the best to restart. Sammy does not as well. In that 49, Parker down low on the apron, slides back up into the racetrack. Man, he was going to get a good finish. Back up front, Drumman and Kinner side by side. Actually, no, that's Barrett and Drumman side by side. That's going to allow Marabello to pull away. As that 21, he is off pace, so he's dropping to the back. As now Barrett, he gets up into second place. But now here comes Michael Kinner down low. This is what Riley wants. He wants them to keep battling for second. Now they're 3 wide for second. Elliott Drumman up high. 4 laps to go, 3 wide for second. Kinner trying to sit it in there, can't quite do it. Still 3 wide. Ooh, he's sliding up. Kinner sliding up. Not a lot of room there. Elliott into the wall, but he still gets the run off the corner. Schumacher way down low underneath Sammy. Still 3 wide for second. 3 faster cars right behind Riley. As Riley, oh, they're all making contact. Elliott into the wall. Barrett turns Kinner around. They're both going to go hard into the wall. That's going to bring out the caution. Big hit there. Jason collects Kinner. I knew that wasn't going to work for long. I think the 45 of Jonathan Baker, he was also spinning there. And the 71 we saw get collected there at the end. A lot of damage to that 71. So just 3 wide, not working. Let's go back. And then everyone just trying to go same spot on the racetrack. Kinner's going to slide up into Barrett, or Elliott Drumman slides down into Barrett. And they just all go around. And here comes Jason. Jared Wilson also in that. I think the 45 might be fine. As he gets a tap from Sammy from behind. Nice save by the 45. So this will set up a green-white checkered, I believe. And this is what Riley wants to see. 2 of the top competitors now out of this one. So we are definitely going to get a first-time winner. I don't think Jaden Porter can come from all the way back there. It's possible, though. It is possible. It's just I don't see it happening. We've had so many cautions. A car that's many laps down gets the lucky dog. I don't think he's gotten the lucky dog the past few times. He was 14 laps down. Now he's 8 laps down, Jack Stanley. All right, so interesting things going on here. It's a green-white checkered attempt. Riley Marabello in the race lead on old tires. Elliott Drumman with fresher tires in second. Jonathan Baker, old tires in the 45. He's in third. Probably the most aggressive driver out here, Sammy in that 49. He's in fourth. Alexander Schumacher on old tires, fifth. Dominic, your pole sitter, sixth. Don't count out Sam in that 25. He could get up there. Jackson, Glenn Austin, and Glenn Bundren, they're both still alive now. They're 8th and 9th. And then Jaden Porter, 10th. So Riley Marabello, we know he's one of the cars that stayed out with a few restarts ago, with like 13 to go. Elliott Drumman, he's one of the cars that pitted But he keeps starting second, which is not good. If I was Elliott, I would tuck in behind the 52 on this restart. Because we know the outside lane won't get a good jump. And that's what's really been causing Elliott to not stay up here with the 52. But I don't think the 52 has to worry as much as, you know, the 45 and the 09, who are around him, are on the same sets of tires. So we should be coming to the choose cone this time by. Let's see. Hopefully Riley doesn't mess it up like he did at Fontana. Just look at him. He's already on the inside. Way on the inside. He wants it. He does not want to mess up this time. And he will take the inside lane. So Elliott's going to take the outside again. Baker inside, Schumacher outside. So we'll see. I mean, we've seen Elliott get a good jump on that outside, but every other restart, it's not been as good. So we'll see what happens here. As there's 3 green-white checkered attempts. Don't think this is a green-white checkered attempt. It's not saying it, so pretty sure you're good. But we only have 3 of them. Which I don't think we'll have that many cautions. So if it wasn't wild to begin with, it's about to get wild here. As another 2-lap shootout to end this one. We saw one at Fontana. About to have another one here at Vegas. As who's going to complete the West Coast swing and win the last race in it. As we come back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag, a great jump by Riley Marabello. So that's what I was talking about. Now the 95 is stuck side by side with Baker. And Marabello with a huge lead. Baker slides up. They're still side by side back there. This is all Riley needs. But now I think Elliott Drumman might be clear, getting a push by Alexander Schumacher. And yes, Drumman is clear. He's going to try to chase him one last time here. 3 wide. Oh, Baker sliding up the racetrack. Almost collected Alexander there. And coming to the white flag. All bets are off. Elliott Drumman with those fresh tires. Well, will he go? He's going to look high. Riley's going to stay on that inside. Now he's going to come high. Nope, he's going to stay on the inside still. Elliott with a huge run on that outside. Riley's going to try to shuffle him up. Where will Alexander go here? He has a huge run off the corner as they wreck behind. He's going to go way low. Riley's going to block it. Drumman with the outside advantage. Alexander Schumacher underneath, but it's going to be Elliott Drumman taking the lead in the final corner. And out of turn number 4, Drumman is going to win in a last lap pass. And Riley fell back to 4th there, so he won't even get a podium interview. But Drumman will finally get his first win of the season. As we'll take a look at the wreck that happened. Sam up into 3rd after his catastrophic second half of the race. As everyone's congratulating Elliott, I'll get rid of the leaderboard here. Possibly. As we don't have a camera for it this time, but Drumman is going to do his burnouts in the grass. Or on pit road. He's going to get hit. As he's going to do his burnouts on pit road. Nice burnouts on pit road. As we'll go back and look at that last lap wreck, it involved the 17 of Dominic. And then another car, I'm not sure who it was. Go back and see how it started. Oops. Here we go, just battling 4 wide, not going to work. Baker gets a turn. And up into the wall they all go. Jaden Porter involved in that, and Dominic overcorrects it right in front of the 77. And nice wreck avoidance by Harrison there. So we'll go back here and see the 48. And see, yeah, 4 wide just not going to work. Baker slides up into Sammy. Sammy turns down into the 17 and up into the field. Bar Nickel also involved in that. But while they were wrecking back here, it was Elliot Drumman going to the way top to pass Riley Marabello for the win. So we'll take a look back at that, and then we'll go get into some interviews. You see, Marabello just tried to block Alexander there, tried to block his huge run, and just left the 94 wide open on that outside. And Drumman comes to the flag, getting his first win of the season. Before we go there, I kind of want to see what happened to the 83, because he's got a ton of damage. Not this. Ouch. Did he wreck sometime? I know he's been in a few wrecks. Maybe not. Alright, we're good here. So that'll do that. Let me get in the let me hop in the Discord call for these interviews.
Hello.
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 He's muted.
He's muted.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not muted. Okay. So, Elliot, congrats on your first win. Nice last lap pass there on Riley. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Finally, I went on oval. Only took 8 years.
All right, Alexander coming up just short in second, but nice little rebound after running in the back all day. That the strategy at the end there really helped you.
Yeah, honestly, I was really enjoying my time racing in the mid-pack. I don't know, I just think that's kind of the best time to refine your craft and decide what to do, and then when it comes to the end of the race, you just go for it. So it was a fun race, and honestly, it was one of the best races I've been recently, and I hope everyone had a blast. And yeah, it was a surprising run. I didn't expect to get a P2 and almost for the win. But yeah, you know, that's what you do. You just keep driving clean and keep driving smart.
All right, Sam. Your first half of the race went pretty smooth, and then your second half kind of just all collapsed. Got into a few wrecks, but somehow managed to get back into the podium position. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. First half was nice and easy, just kind of riding it out, and then the second half, yeah, it got a little hairy a couple times. There were some not so smart moves going on. Definitely need to work on cleaning that up. There's no reason why we should be, chopping and blocking, around lap 40 or 50. That really shouldn't be happening. But, all in all, it was a good race. I learned a lot at this car with this track. I learned a lot from watching people drive. It's nice to come from the back a few times and finish third. As I needed some momentum. After that win, I really needed to be able to have a good finish here to close that points gap on Barrett for that points lead. I might overtake him because of his 10th place finish, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough. But yeah, I'm really proud of all the guys. My teammates, Riley, Elliott, Barrett, Glenn, and Shuey. They all drove a really good race. I'm really happy for Elliott to be able to get that win. Shuey to get second. Me and him had a really good battle there, and then Riley for holding on to it like really hard at the very end of that race on older tires, and then Glenn and Barrett driving back through adversity to be able to get a top 10 finish. That's really big. So hopefully they can carry some momentum into the next race, and hopefully we can go out wherever it is and see if we can get win number 2.
All right, congrats, fellas, on the top 3. Elliot, congrats on the win. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so that will do it here at Las Vegas. Take a look at the schedule here, see what the next race is. Iowa for 104 or 160 laps. Yeah, so our second short track, but Phoenix is kind of a short track. I don't know. You can count it both ways. But yeah, Iowa next week, the Corn State. You'll see the Corn on the start-finish line. So yeah, we'll see you guys there. Thank you all for coming out here to this Las Vegas race. We'll see you next Monday around the same time.